Hi there! I own a lot of games that I've never played. I put them all on the wheel to let Faye decide what I should review. I'm reviewing Spirit and the Mouse
versus
Ratatouille
versus
A Rat's Quest: The Way Back Home. To answer the age-old question, what is the best rodent platformer? Spirit and the Mouse is a cozy collectathon. You play as Lila, a tiny mouse which appears to use Pichu down B after trying to retrieve a scarf for a human. The lightning also took out the power of the French village Lila lives in, and your goal is to help people by restoring power using your newly acquired electric abilities. These abilities also make it possible to talk to the Kiblings. These weird guys, they are responsible for power. The atmosphere, graphics and music of this game are very nice. It's cool being a mouse in a very big human world, and the sound effect for picking up collectible light bulbs is very satisfying. The game is so stress-free that I would even call it boring. As advertised on the Steam page, there is no difficulty. The puzzles are so easy they feel like chores, and this platformer doesn't even have a jump button, making it basically a walking simulator. Mice are famously able to do this, but you can't jump in this game. This game is all about accessibility. However, I think the beautiful thing about platformers is that you can make them both accessible while also rewarding players that like to challenge themselves. For example, if you look at Mario Odyssey, you can basically beat this game while only using regular jumps, but you can also do this. Spirit and the Mouse is aimed at young children and gamers that want zero challenge in their game. And with overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, there clearly is a market for this game. But even though I like cozy games and love platformers, this game wasn't for me. There's some weird stuff going on in Ratatouille for Wii. The attention to detail of the level design is crazy at some times. Remy's animations are somehow very good, like this fun animation while he's sliding. The sprinting is wild. This one rat says some weird stuff.
My considerable girth. Let me show you how to defend yourself. We'll use that as a weapon.
who are you?
Daddy?
You get these insane death animations every time you die. And for some reason this game has a nightmare mode, whatever that means. All this stuff at least makes this game intriguing to me. The platforming itself is okay, but quite difficult and can be punishing. This game also has falling damage. Just why? There is some variety in gameplay with some basic minigame challenges, and there's also a lot of sliding, which is a lot of fun, until they make it annoyingly difficult, because it controls like a rat's ass. Or maybe the opposite, because it should control like a rat's ass. The story is all over the place and only makes sense if you've seen the movie, which you probably have if you decide to play this game. All in all, Ratatouille is definitely an interesting movie adaptation, but I wouldn't call it a good game. A Rat's Quest: The Way Back Home Season 1 is a narrative-driven platformer. You play as Matt the Rat, who lives in a closed-off rat commune. He's in love with Ned the Rat, living in a house close by. Matt's goal is to escape the commune and flee into nature with Ned. The game graphically is a bit all over the place, with some things being very detailed while having very low textures in other places. The worst thing about this game is that it feels a lot like a PS2 game. But I also think that's the best thing about this game. Like, the platforming is very floaty and not as streamlined as most platformers today. But it's fun doing big jumps on the regular. It does, however, make it difficult sometimes. Luckily they made it so that if you fail, you'll never lose a lot of progress. The story does take a lot of time to get going, in my opinion, but the characters are interesting and the voice acting is actually very charming, while they can also be a bit vulgar at times.
Ah, for sake. Rats don't kill rats. That's cynical mother.
Keep your voice down. Matt, get the out of here.
When the story finally gets going, it ends, since it's only season 1. It's very weird. The game is called A Rat's Quest: The Way Back Home, and it ends with Matt getting lost and he needs to find his way back home. This is even more weird since they've announced there only will be 2 seasons. It feels strange to name a game like this if half the game is not about getting back home. They also introduced combat in like the last 5% of the game. Very strange. I don't know, it doesn't feel like a €20 game. But I'm still curious to see what season 2 will look like.
Are you okay?
There are also some crazy similarities between A Rat's Quest and Ratatouille. The climbing on walls is the same, the way they walk on ropes. The rats walk up straight, but when they run they do it on 4 legs, in exactly the same way. They both have these dream world sequences, which are very weird. They both have very bad camera angles. I don't know, A Rat's Quest feels a lot like the spiritual successor to the Ratatouille game. Now the moment you've been waiting for. What is the best rodent platform? And the winner is Squirrel with a Gun. And it ends with Matt getting lost and he needs to start finding his way back home.